Hey guys, welcome back to the 5th episode of the Collection to Glory, where we collect teams trying to build a huge gallery in Limited and try to yield as much as possible to then have regular tournaments each 10th episode, where I give away some of the rewards we have gotten in terms of euros and also in terms of some cards I may have in the gallery from the Collection to Glory, unless we have of course sold them. And in this video in specific we are going to be talking about a new collection that I have gone out there and bought because there was a lot of response that I should actually play in the summer on this Collection to Glory series, because now we have 5 different teams we have collections from, and all of them are Champion Europe teams, and those teams doesn't have utility in the summer. I will firstly go through that and also go through the rewards and also go through the lineups of this weekend, so just stay tuned for which collection I actually bought. And if you want to guess before, please leave it in the comments. But now let's start looking at the teams, because I had pretty high hopes for this weekend actually, because Stuttgart had a very favorable fixture. We will go through all that, but starting off we have Cap U23 Limited, as you can see here, and this team could have actually been doing pretty great. I thought this team had a lot of potential. Of course, Ryolt got substituted, I think it was at half time, so he didn't get clean sheet points, but he did, to be fair, very well. And also Bryce Mendes with an assist, and also Barentexa didn't start. I think he had a small injury. Under 23 Limited, yeah, these guys didn't do the job, unfortunately, and very disappointed by Ramon Juan, because he can't get the clean sheet to save his life. I don't know like we can just look at it now, because as of 5 scores, we bought him here after that game, and after that he has been terrible, so hopefully he can get back soon. But of course there were 2 very hard fixtures. Of course Brest away playing against Lens, and also Inter playing away against Bologna, and of course these 2 are Bologna players, so unfortunate there. Serie A specialist, yeah, a little bit of a throwaway lineup, because I didn't expect Calafiori to actually start, and I don't know what the case is with him not playing consistently. Like, I have no idea what is happening with him. Very unfortunate to see. And yeah, we have La Liga EA Sports. Not close actually, very disappointed actually with like every time I watch the Real Sociedad they lose their clean sheets so early on, and they always come back at the end. Hopefully they can have a comeback this weekend, because they have a very favorable fixture. Also, yeah, this just hurts to look at. Alex Remiro, surprised by him. Lenormand, shout out, what a score, incredible. Pierre Limelu does what he does every single game, which is incredible. Another very good score. Daniel Marlen scoring a bicycle kick, I can't complain about that. But Subeldia, like, oh, he has been such a disappointment after purchasing him. Of course he conceded 2 goals and also gave away an error led to goal, so yeah, that ruined every chance of actually getting a reward. And if he would have gotten a, like for example, a 50 pointer or something, we would have been on tier 3 to tier 2 territory, so very annoying. But let's move up to PL in season. Of course, Newcastle with a tough fixture, but very glad to see Alexander Isak on the scoring sheet once again. Anthony Gordon injured, I think. Yeah, I think he's injured. That is not good at all. You can't expect good scores from the defenders. This one I thought only 20 points away. Like, this was another game where I was very close but no cigar, and this is another example of that. Karasur and Chardonnay with 2 incredible scores, but the rest of the team didn't perform as what I was actually expecting them to do. This was a bit of a thrower lineup, to be fair, but still, this could have been a lot better. Premier League specialist, 100 points away, not too great, of course. Newcastle getting not battered but dominated, we can say, against Chelsea. Premier League, not Premier League, but French League, League 1, and yeah, like no, like this. Actually, only 90 points away from reward with no decisives and no clean sheets all over the board. So this would have actually been a good week to do well in the French League specialist, but we didn't do it because, of course, Brest had a very tough fixture. Like, this is probably the highlight of the week, going for the middle target in the Cap U23 Limited. And of course we had the Friday fixture with Stuttgart, and they played against Union Berlin, 2-0 victory. Very good for this team. We have clean sheets all over the board, triple defense. Of course the scores isn't that good when you think about I actually went for a triple defensive stack. I would have actually expected Ito to get the higher score and also Wagnerman. And also Angelo Stiller captained him, very routine game from him and a decent score. And also shout out to Kiefer Moore, once again being the extra player that does the job. Incredible from him once again. But this is probably the most pain this weekend. Of course we bought some more Stuttgart player just to fulfill the gallery, because that is the goal, to build out every single collection 100%. And at least try to. Like for the Bologna collection, it isn't that easy because you need to buy a bundle to actually get some players. But we will go into that and try to buy more players maybe in this video from the collections we already have. But I think I have the most important pieces throughout the different not the different galleries, yeah, in terms of different collections, I mean. Of course we haven't Kubo from Real Sociedad, and there are some players I don't have here and there, but I will talk about that later. But this team, Neto, very happy with this score. He conceded 2 goals, but incredible game. Mittelstad, incredible AA performance from him. Chris Führich with a goal, incredible. Dennis, Gurassi with another masterclass. And Dennis Undav coming on from the bench. Very unfortunate that he couldn't do anything in those 30 minutes, I think it was. And yeah, I thought he actually was going to start, but still Champion Europe was very tough this weekend, so this wasn't the week to do extremely well in Champion Europe, to say at least. But unfortunately only 1 reward, and that is why I'm not making a reward specific video today. And as we can see on the screen right now, this was actually the reward we got. I'm sorry for not showing it live, but of course I made a reward video yesterday and it was just a tier 5, so but at least this is the player we got, Ryan Spalding. He isn't a starter, he's a bench player coming on here and there. And yeah, like if I don't, like he may be a player I just keep or try to get him sold for €1. Leave it in the comments, do you know anything about this player? Please let me know, because I may keep him if you have some inside information about his future, because he has a contract running out pretty soon, I think. But yeah, let's go out here and see. You can probably now tell, Rosenborg is the new collection I'm going to be going for. And we have picked up some players. We have just started, and also I of course needed to pick up Torgeir Børven, one of the players I think will perform the best in the Eliteserien, the Norwegian league. So that is a little bit of a tip for you guys. It isn't financial advice at all, but he was actually the player that scored the first goal I've ever witnessed live, I think. It was in a 4-3 victory when I was like 7 years old, and I saw him playing at the stadium, so he has sentimental value, and that's why I got him. And he has now gotten back to the first club he was in, which is odd, and he is predicted to do pretty well. He has had a good preseason, but we aren't here to talk about him because he has nothing to do with the collection to glory. We are here to talk about Rosenborg, and why Rosenborg. First of all, I need to just go into the collection, because I haven't fulfilled the collection yet, and I haven't fulfilled any collections yet. But like, we are only 3 cards away from a full Stuttgart collection, only 6 cards from a full Newcastle collection, only 6 cards away from a full Real Sociedad collection. We have actually a lot of cards in the Bologna collection left, because of course you need to buy them from the auction market. 9 cards, and also 2 from Brest. So we are very close to some, but the Rosenborg collection we have just started, and I wanted to show you, like, so you can actually now comment, do you think this is the right decision? Because I have time to call it off, to just sell them again, because I want also you to be in the decision. And is there any more collections you want me to buy in the future? Because now we're trying to fulfill the challenger space, you can call it, and also the under 23 space, and I will talk more about that. That is one of the main reasons I've actually gone for a Rosenborg collection, because they have they have so many young players and many under 23 players. Jaden Nelson is under 23, Sverre Nipan is under 23, let's see, Carlo Hulse is under, no, he's like, I think he's not under 23, but I'm not sure. But he isn't playing at Rosenborg at the moment. He's playing from for another league in Turkey, but he may be a good player. And also, he may be, I know he's a good player, but like, of course, in terms of him fitting in the gallery, I don't know, because I think the Turkish league is also a contender side, I think, I'm not sure, the Turkish league, and it's of course a lot of under 23 players. And this is, oh my, I need to just drink some tea. And also, and also they have a lot of good forwards, like Ole Sæter, Jaden Nelson, and also, of course, Carlo Hulse, as I mentioned, and also they have Sverre Nypan, probably the wonder kid, like the biggest wonder kid from Norway, that actually plays in the Eliteserien, and he is set to be at least another season at the Rosenborg, I think, which is very nice. And yeah, just moving up, this collection is also very, very cheap, which I love. And also, to top that off, we have the double goalkeeper with 2 different starters. André Hansen is going to be a starter, and also Sander Tangvik. So one thing we could do in the summer is, for example, to have one contender team. Because I think, Eliteserien, the Norwegian League, is a contender team. So you can have one contender team and one under 23 team in the summer. And that could be, for example, Sander Tangevik with a full, like the best Rosenborg collection. And also André Hansen in, for example, challenger, contender team. With the rest of, like, the next best thing, if that makes sense. And that is something I think is very, very cool, because of course we have, like, the goal is to get the full collection. And yeah, currently there have been one guy that also are trying to build this collection, so it has been a little bit hard to get the players for a cheap price, because of him also trying to get them from the auction market. But I'm trying my best to actually build this collection as fast as possible, because Rosenborg have, I can just show you their fixtures. Let's go for Nypan. We can just look at those fixtures very fast, because Sandefjord is a good fixture, HamKam could be a good fixture, I don't know too much about it, but they have some tough fixtures here, 3 fixtures in a row, which is incredible tough. But then of course they have better fixtures after that, and my goal is just to have a Norwegian team. It's very fun, and also the prices of many of these players are so incredible low. Like Sverre Nypan is probably one of the cheapest, the most expensive one, but of course he's under 23 until 2031. So that is just incredible. And some of these guys aren't actually on the auction market, or they haven't been on the auction market for a long time. So it's a little bit hard to get the collection bonus from some of these guys. And also one thing, I don't know when the new season Eliteserien cards is going to be minted. So in some cases I may need to play in the, what is called, the classic season with these cards. But like, that is also one of the reasons I think these players are so cheap, because of course that risk is involved that these players may get minted soon, but you never know with Sorare, because in the Norwegian League, Rosenborg is actually the only team that have like mint access, so they can produce cards from them, and like that isn't a guarantee either. So yeah, let's look at the auction market really fast, because I need to just show you this. If you go to Rosenborg, like these are the 5 guys that has regularly been up here. And I have watched at the Rosenborg auction house for a little bit of a time now, and it looks consistently those guys right here, and of course some other players. But I think it's hard actually to get the 5% mark, but I will actually try to do it. And yeah, what do you think about this decision? Of course Rosenborg isn't the best team in Norway, that is also why they are so cheap. But I just hope they can have a good season, because I need it, they need it, because they haven't been good in the last couple of seasons. But you never know, they may have some like incredible season soon, because they have a lot of young players and a lot of talent. But yeah, now I thought, why not look at the Collection to Glory tab. Like, we know we have the Excel here, I can just zoom in here. And like, starting off we have Newcastle. Won me nothing, a little bit unlucky I think, some game weeks where they have actually performed, but the scores haven't, like this prize pool haven't reflected on that. And of course the PL in season can be pretty tough sometimes. And also Stuttgart, of course, they performed this week actually with we have a Nubel, of course, keeping clean sheet, Angelo Stiller, Wagnerman, and also Ito getting €2 each on their name, because they of course got that €1 reward ish, and also of course the threshold, middle threshold, which we love. And also Brest, very happy with them. Unfortunately nothing this weekend, but of course it was a very tough fixture, so I didn't expect too much. Real Sociedad giving back a little bit, but nothing this week, of course, and also Bologna giving back a little bit, and we have some extra players that I haven't fulfilled in yet. Those are just to like the extra players, so I actually don't cheat, have more players than I'm actually allowed to do, I mean. And I've of course forgotten to put the how much we have won in the rewards, but that have nothing to tell, nothing to say, I mean. And I also need to fulfill the new reward we got here. I will do that later. And also I need to now make another like spreadsheet of the Rosenborg collection, unless you guys, now it's important, do you think I should just screw that? Or should I do it? Because I have only 6 players, and like, are there anyone watching this video that have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the Rosenborg and also the Norwegian league in specific? Or do you actually think they will perform or have another very, very rough season? Please leave that in the comments, and my name has of course been Josale, and I will catch you next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.